everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm going to be doing an eye makeup look using the Nudie Patoodie eyeshadow palette from Laura Lee. And you guys see me use this palette before because I did test it out and reviewed it, and I'm in love with this palette. So just the other day I was wearing a look from this palette and people kept asking me what shadows I was using, so I just figured I would just film a video and show you exactly what colors I used. I did use a couple of other shadows mixed with this palette, but I'm just going to be showing you the look that I did. And if you want to see the look that I come up with, then just please keep on watching. Okay, my hair is all over the place right now, so just ignore my little baby hairs. I don't know what to do with them. So I'm going to start by priming my face because you all know that I like to prime my face first. So I'm just using the Smashbox primer water, and this is like a travel size one that I have. So basically I'm just priming my skin like I usually do. So I use the primer water, then I've been using this Becca, I don't even know what it's called. It's the First Light Priming Filter, it's a purple one. And then I use the Pore minimizer from Smashbox. If you guys can hear some noise, that's my husband. He's working on something outside, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear a banging noise. So now that my face is primed, I'm going to be moving on to my eyes. So I'm going to be priming my eyelids as usual. And you all know that I use the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. So then I'm just going to be buffing this in, and I'm sorry my brushes are so dirty. I know I need to wash them. My brushes are always dirty because I use them a lot. And then just set my eye primer, which is my concealer, with a translucent powder. So moving on, we're going to start with the eyeshadow palette. And if you all haven't seen this palette, this is what it looks like. I do have a video on this palette, so if you haven't seen that video, I'll just link it on the description box. So I'm just going to start with my crease color, and I'm just using just a 217 brush. I don't think this is a MAC brush, it just says 217. I don't even know where this brush is from. So I'm just going to be using the shade Streaking, which is this one right here. And just apply this on the crease. I'm going to be using like, I think 3 shades on the crease. That's what I used. I'm going to try to do the exact same look that I was wearing because sometimes I just go with the flow and I just grab colors and I don't remember what I used. But I'm trying to do the same look that I had. So I just buffed that on the crease. And then the next shade, I do know I used Reveal because this is one of my favorite creases shade for the crease. It's a very natural shade. It looks kind of like brownish taupe-ish. So also just buff it on the crease, and I'm just building up that color. Now for the deeper shade, I'm going to be using Butt Naked, and I'm going to be switching brushes because I want something like more tapered, something like this. This is a Morphe R37 brush. And I'm going to be applying this on the outer V and also on the crease. Just in circular motions right here. And then whatever's left, bring it to the crease. So I'm planning on doing a video with my sister-in-law because I feel like she hasn't been here in a while. And I'm trying to get her to do a video with me. It's just that she's been working so much and I've been busy too. And I kind of want to do like the one where we switch our makeups and she has to use the makeup that I use and I have to use the makeup that she uses and create a look out of it. So I'm trying to get her in so we can do that look, but it's been hard. So now on the whole crease, I'm going to be using this shade right here, and it's called Buff. And this has a lot of like glitter, like it's like a dark chocolatey brown, but it has specks of glitter on it. I'm just going to be applying this all over my lid. I'm using this brush. Once again, I don't even know what it is because it doesn't have any name or number on it. But I lost my Morphe shading brush. I don't even know where I left it. So I've been using this one. I really don't like how it applies shadow, but it's the only flat one that I have. So I do need to get that other one. So I'm just going to be applying this on my whole lid. And this is a dark shade. I'm sorry if you guys see that this is not applying perfectly because this brush is not that great, but like I said, it's the only one that I have right now that is kind of flat. But since I don't even think it's synthetic, I don't even know what it is, so it's not really like picking up color, and it's kind of hard to work it on the crease, I mean on the lid, but you just have to work with it. Okay, so now I'm just going to be taking another brush, and this was the R38 brush, and I'm going to be going back to Butt Naked and just blend all this together. Okay, now that all that is blended, as you can see, it's a real pretty shade. You can't really see the sparkles on this shade once you apply it to your eyes. But what I did that day, I added the ColourPop, these are the Super Shock shadows, and it's in the shade Cosmic Charge, and I also used Amaze. Amaze is one of my favorite ColourPop shadows. So first I'm going to be using Cosmo Charge, and this is like a taupe color, and it has a little bit of like iridescent glitter. So I'm just going to be applying this on the center like this. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because we are going to be mixing the other shade. So something like this for now. And then on top of that, I'm going to be applying that shade, which is Amaze. And this is more like goldish glitter. So just on top of it. And I find that applying this with your fingers, you get a lot of the actual shade as if you apply it with a brush. So I'm going back to that same brush with no product on it and just blend this part right here so I don't see those harsh lines. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Lorac Perfection foundation. This is an oil-free, paraben-free, and fragrance-free foundation. I've had this for a while, but I never reached out for it. I'm in the shade PR6. I do find that the shade is a little bit darker than my actual skin tone. But what I've been doing is I've been mixing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and this is in the shade Soft Beige. So this is a little bit lighter. This is what I do when foundations don't really match my skin tone. I just like to mix them. So I'm going to be applying this on my skin. And I've been really liking the Real Techniques sponge for this. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm going to be using that same concealer that I used for my eyelids, and it's the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. And then I just mix a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape, just a tiny bit right here. And I use this on the center of my nose. And then I'm just going to be baking with my translucent powder. Oh, I put too much. Oh my god. Okay, at this point I feel like the powder's all over my face. I don't know, last time this sponge did not get that big. I don't know why it got so huge all of a sudden, but my shirt got all dirty, but it's okay. Okay, while I'm baking, I'm going to be working on my lower lash line. And for my lower lash line, I just used 2 shades. I'm just looking for my brush. Okay, so I'm going to be using the shade Nakey Nakey, which is this dark one right here. It's the last shade of her palette. And I'm just going to be applying that real close to my lower lash line. And then with a pencil brush, I'm just going to be using this shade Butt Naked. And I'm going to be buffing this under the eye as well. I just came back from the movies, and if you guys have not seen Overboard, it's such a funny movie. It was so hilarious. It was so... I watched it in Spanish because I went with all my cousins and aunts. So we watched it in Spanish, but I kind of want to go back with my husband and watch it in English to see the difference, like how it is. But it's such a great movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to go see it. It's so funny. So now for my eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Sephora Kohl liner in the shade Cocoa. This is my favorite liner of all time, and I feel like I use it all the time, but I just feel like it's a nice shade. So I'm just going to be lining my waterline. And then I'm going to be doing my eyebrows and applying lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I already applied my eyelashes, and for my eyelashes, I'm using this new pair that I purchased. Once again, I purchased most of my lashes from eBay, and this is what it looks like. They just look like this. It comes in a pair of 3. I think they're all the same style. It's just that I don't know why it says Glam Volume Sexy, but they are very long and they are very voluminous, and I just like them. So these are the ones that I'm wearing right now, and I'll leave them in the description box below, the link, so you guys can go check them out. And they're very affordable. They're like, I don't know, 2 something, I believe. So now that I have that done, I'm gonna start with my contour, and I'm gonna be using, as always, the Anastasia contour kit and the Morphe R5 brush. I've been using this one a lot for my contour. And for my bronzer, I'm going to be using this Morphe bronzer in the shade C'est Debutante. It's a bronzer. And for my blush, I've been also liking this palette a lot. It's the Morphe, this is the 8W blush palette, and I've been really liking these 2 shades right here. So I just mixed these 2 shades right here, which are Unapologetic and MUA. And I just grabbed a little bit because these blushes are so pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So I just kind of like tap it and then just apply it. And then for highlighter, as always, I'm going to be using the Anastasia and Ambrisi highlighter. And I'm also going to be highlighting with this under my brow bone and on the inner corners. And then I'm going to be setting my whole face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. And for my lips, I'm going to be lining my lips with the Kylie Jenner liquid, with the Kylie Jenner lip liner in the shade Dirty Peach. And I also filled them in a little bit. And for my lipstick, I actually mixed two lip products together. So first, I use the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Uno Mas. You can just leave this lip like this, but what I actually did is I mixed Autumn. This is a Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick. I just mixed a little bit so I can make it a little bit darker. And that is it. This is the final result. This is the eye makeup that I had last time that I did my makeup with this eyeshadow palette, and a lot of people actually liked it, so I just figured I would film it again. I mean, film it for you guys. So yeah, this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before you leave, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also turn on that notification bell. That's gonna notify you through email that I upload a video, so you won't miss any videos that I upload. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It would really help me. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye.
You